Welcome to Two Crazy Redheads. I'm Debra.
And I'm Bobby. And we are here today to introduce you to a Tannat dessert wine. I want to say that this one is a late harvest dessert wine, but that's just based on my own assumptions. First of all, Tannat, yeah, what does late harvest mean? Well, Tannat is not a normal dessert wine type of grape, as in it's not what you think of when you think of dessert wine. You think of, you know, Muscat or Semillon, which is used a lot of times for like botrytis, which is, I probably just said a bunch of really weird terms that people have no idea what I'm talking about, but Semillon is used in a place called Sauternes, and eventually we'll do a dessert wine from there, where a mold, a noble rot, grows on the vines and makes these wonderful, sweet, amazing dessert wines. And they're some of my favorites, I have to admit. And
So yeah, that's one way.
that's one way. Another way is
the ice wine.
Yep.
Ice wine is where actually the grapes are left so long on the vines they actually become partially frozen.
And then so it freezes the water, and all you end up with is the sugary juice.
And then there's also the late harvest, which we're guessing is what this probably is. And it's just grapes that have been left on the vines longer, where they get really uber concentrated with all that sugar in there.
Yeah, and there's a couple other ways. You know, you can add brandy, stop fermentation short, so it has shorter, less of an alcohol percentage. I mean, there's other ways to do it, but those are really the ways that are.
That's where we have like a it's just wine is on a fortified like brandy.
Yeah,
it's
but you don't fortify with the wine when you stop the sugar. Like that's different. You just kill that.
When you put the brandy spirits in, that's fortifying it.
Yes,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying there's
This is
those are
different
two
than-
different ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you.
No. So
It's all good.
saying you put brandy spirits in, fortifying the wine, different kind of dessert wine.
Way
We're talking-
higher alcohol percentage.
Brandy.
Yeah,
We're
or
just
port.
talking about, wine.
Basic dessert
No
wine.
other.
This one does have a higher than normal alcohol percentage. It's 16% by volume, but that's pretty normal in like late harvest dessert wines. So, Tannat is a vine typically grown in the southwest of France. This one is from Uruguay, which is, I guess, where the vine has started to do quite well. I have to say, I didn't know. I haven't had a lot of Tannat. This is new for me. I'm excited about it.
I like different.
Absolutely, I like different. I have tried this dessert wine a little bit. It was with a lot of other wines at a very useful wine shop in Cambria Wine Shop. If you're ever in town, go there. Talk to Kelly. He's the guy. So, different glasses.
Different glasses.
Well, hold on, but we have to talk about this, right? I know she's ready to pour, but
I'm always ready.
you always like me to pour. So,
Okay. Different glasses.
why?
You're gonna pour less because it's dessert wine. It's pretty. Nice.
It's the biggest reason. You pour less. So these are champagne flutes. They're not really dessert wine glasses. Dessert wine glasses are normally about half this size. Maybe 2/3 the size. But still, they're smaller. And champagne flutes is what I got, so that's what you're getting. So,
Well, it serves a purpose. It works.
absolutely. Their nose is a little harder a lot of times, I think, to pick up too, so you need it to be more concentrated and focused versus having a lot more room to aerate the wine and like get the nose from and stick your nose in the glass. Anyway, so we're gonna see what this smells like. This has been open. It hasn't been open long enough, in my opinion. Okay, this reminds me of port. Very honey nose, very fruity and beautiful. Maybe caramel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, caramel. I really get caramel in this. And the berries have an undertone.
like a stewed berry, you know.
It's more jammy, pie-y. I think pie.
Yes.
Jammy, pie-y.
Like
If anybody can find pie in the dictionary, I'll give you a bottle of Tannat dessert wine.
it's
As long as you do it within the next 3 months, because you know, and today is August 11th, so just of 2009. I say that because we eventually have a following of thousands. I'm not giving you a bottle of Tannat dessert wine. You've got to be our friend early on, baby.
yeah, the stewed, it makes me think of like some kind of like cobble, like that stewed kind of fruit.
Wow, that's different.
I really like that. And when we were reading about Tannat, because I haven't had Tannat before, one of the things it said was typical was heavy tannins. I guess evidently
This is
doing
the
dessert-
weirdest
doing
thought.
the dessert wine,
I think this
not
would go
so
with
much.
like Parmesan. Or like
a
goat
cheese.
cheese.
We're thinking like a cheese
Like
plate
a
for dessert.
strong cheese. This would be really good.
Yeah, like instead of having dessert, have this with a cheese plate, which
Would
that's
be
what I
really
like.
good.
Which I like to have for dessert all the time.
Wow,
This
this is
is
good.
tasty.
Really spices though.
What I like,
Nutmeg maybe? It's not cinnamon.
what I like about this, it's 16% alcohol.
Clove?
However, yeah, it doesn't feel hot.
No.
Like when you have a wine and you like get it only it's like this far away from your nose, you're like, oh my gosh, I can already smell the alcohol on it. And it feels all like burning and hot and high alcohol. This doesn't have that. It's got a really nice balance between the high alcohol and everything else that's going on in the glass.
Absolutely. It's
This is like-
thick. Like some people
Yeah.
don't like that sort of syrupy dessert wine. This is the syrupy dessert wine. We're not gonna tell you otherwise. But
No,
it doesn't
it's
come
got that
across
balance
like
though.
syrup.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't come across as like, oh my gosh, it's a big mouthful of sugar.
It's really a nice dessert wine. Now I want to tell you, most of my wines I'm telling you about are under $20. I do believe this is like a $42 bottle of dessert wine.
Then you really liked it if you paid
I did.
$42 for the little bottle.
It sounded interesting to me. Sometimes I will spend a little bit more money for something that sounds interesting, but it's a good wine. I have to say, I could serve this to anyone and probably make me happy.
Well, also what's great about this too is, I mean, because you usually are not going to drink a lot of the dessert wine. It's not going to be like most of the other ones I drink. You're usually going to drink a lot less. And because of the higher alcohol content, the higher like sugar level and stuff, it seems to usually keep a little bit.
Absolutely, so keep much longer. I have to read you though. So Alcione, that's the name of this dessert wine. It's from Viñedo de los Vientos, which is I think like window of the winds, something like a winery of the winds, maybe a vineyard of the winds. I bet you that's what it is. I'm sorry, my Spanish is a little old. But apparently, Alcione is a great Greek demigoddess who was the daughter of Iolo and wife of Sex. Rock on.
Works for me.
They were very happy together, but then Sex perished in a shipwreck, and Alcione, in despair, threw herself into the sea. I mean, seriously? Alcione laid her eggs. Storms never. I mean, it's just this crazy story. And then they talk about it. They say that it has a purple hue and honey-like texture, touched with a bouquet of winter flowers, Madagascan vanilla bean, and wild apple mint, indulged with a warmth and savor of white cacao souffle. So, you know, if you don't buy this bottle for anything else, buy it for that story, because that's hilarious.
I know, there's like a whole bunch of stuff going on there. It's just like,
But it's good. It really is. It's a nice wine.
some probably drank a lot and then they're like, hey, let's tell and make it with a story.
Let's make a story for it. So, yeah. I would recommend, I mean, even at $42, which is really outside my price range, the thing is, it's a dessert wine. You're going to drink it for a week, at least.
Really nice.
So,
Got a little bit more alcohol
Yeah, it can be strong on the tip of your tongue, like when you're aerating the wine in your mouth. It does come sometimes across a little bit strong, but the flavor is just so nice that it blends. It's got a nice balance. This is a good dessert wine. So, hey, that's us.
Two Crazy Redheadz. Cheers.